Irish citizens who are currently detained. What assurances has the Taoiseach sought, and what assurance has the Taoiseach been given in respect of the timetable and the schedule for the safe return and repatriation of those Irish citizens? Is the Taoiseach able to give the details of that to the House? And secondly, in respect of the Rachel Corrie, an Irish registered ship currently on the international waters heading for Gaza, what assurances has the Taoiseach sought, and what assurances has he been given in respect of the Rachel Corrie being allowed to enter Gazan waters and discharge its cargo of humanitarian aid, as has been the wish of the government? And if the Rachel Corrie is prevented from entering Gaza waters, what action does the government propose to take? And has he been given specifically a very clear assurance that no such repetition of the violent action resulting in death that occurred in the last few days could happen in the case of the Rachel Corrie?
Taoiseach. The Irish Ambassador and Deputy Head of Mission have visited and spoken to each detainee yesterday. Shane O'Neill has returned to Ireland. There are 6 citizens remaining. It is the government's intention, and it has been widely said that it is the intention of the Israeli government to release all detainees sometime today. I urge the Israeli government to immediately release the Irish and other detainees. It's understood that arrangements will be made to arrange for their departure from the airport, which is 2 hours from the prison. The Spanish ambassador and EU ambassador are in Israel pressing for the immediate confirmation that all detainees will be immediately released. The Spanish ambassador has been there as holding the rotating presidency of the Union President. The Irish ambassador is in contact with all of the families involved and will inform them the minute the release is official. Regarding the MV Rachel Corrie, this is an Irish-owned vessel. It's actually not registered in Ireland, it's registered in Cambodia. But there are obviously Irish people on it, and the vessel is, as you say, heading towards Gaza. It is still in international waters, and the Israeli government, we're in constant contact with the Israeli government in relation to this matter, advising absolute restraint in relation to this particular vessel as it goes about its humanitarian purpose. The presence of cement on board the vessel is not regarded by the Israelis as a product that is simply humanitarian. But we await to see what emerges from that definition that they've been putting forward, but we are in constant contact with them in relation to that.
Thank you, Taoiseach, for that clarification. Obviously, strong words demand strong action. Has the Taoiseach been given any assurances in respect of the fact that the Rachel Corrie may well be prevented from entering Gaza waters to discharge its cargo? And what action do the government propose to take if that becomes a reality? Secondly, Taoiseach, I know that the report into the use of Irish passports, which involved a murder in Dubai earlier this year, has been leaked to the media. This has the potential of serious significance in respect of the relationships between this country and Israel, in view of the fact that the Israeli ambassador here, Ambassador Evroni, when contacted by the government, said that he had no knowledge of these matters. Can the Taoiseach confirm that the report leaked to the media states clearly that an official, security official in the Israeli embassy, was involved in this incident, particularly in regard to sourcing numbers for the use of Irish passports, the illegal use of Irish passports, which have a very high standing internationally in terms of reputation? Can the Taoiseach confirm that that is what the report contains, And can he confirm that the report recommends the expulsion of a security officer from the Israeli embassy? And is it the intention of the government to act on that matter swiftly? And can the Taoiseach inform the House of what the government's intentions are in this regard?
In relation to the second matter the Deputy raises, I mean, as my colleague Foreign Affairs Minister Micheál Martin reported to the House, the government will soon be deciding what action to take the issue of the use of forged Irish passports in the assassination of Mr Babu in Dubai. The government is anxious that this important matter be given the attention and focus it merits, and that it not become mixed up with the events off the coast of Gaza. It remains Minister Martin's intention to very shortly propose to the government the action he believes appropriate in this case. The government is on record about the gravity with which it views the fraudulent use of Irish passports or passport details, so I don't wish to anticipate the proposal by the Minister to the government or the government's consideration of such a proposal, and I can't comment on reports. In relation to the other matter, as I say, the Israeli government maintained their position regarding what they regard as humanitarian aid. We are in constant contact with them and in constant contact with those who are aboard the Rachel Corrie as well.
Second question.
Concorda, just 2 months ago, on the 30th of March, the Minister for Finance came into the House and announced that the government was providing €8,300 million of taxpayers' money to recapitalise Anglo-Irish Bank. That was on top of the €4,000 million that had already been committed to that bank in 2009. And this week, just 2 months on, the Minister for Finance announced yet another €2,000 million of taxpayers' money for Anglo-Irish Bank, bringing to €14,300 million the total amount of taxpayers' money that has now been committed to Anglo-Irish. Now, Taoiseach, on the day of the guarantee, the bank guarantee, you came into this House and you assured us that nothing of that kind was likely to happen. To remind you, you said, with regard to the guarantee, there have been what I regard as misleading indications as to the exposure being placed on the taxpayer. You went on to tell us that the banking system in Ireland had assets which exceed its liabilities, and you said that it is important to make the point that in the event of any further call, it is my intention to ensure the Irish taxpayer will not be held liable in any way for any deficit that might occur in the event of there being a problem in the future. Now, Taoiseach, I have 3 questions for you. First of all, do you now acknowledge that you were wrong when you said that, and that there has in fact been a very substantial call on the Irish taxpayer for Anglo-Irish Bank in particular, and I'm just concentrating on that particular bank today? Secondly, can you tell us what is the bottom of the pit as far as Anglo-Irish is concerned? We've now committed, taxpayers' money has now been committed to the tune of €14,300 million. How much more is going to be paid over to this bank or committed to it? And what is the bottom line? And thirdly, can you clarify for the House a statement which was made by the Minister for Finance when he announced the €2,000 million this week? And in the statement that he issued, he said that Anglo's restructuring plan is being submitted to the European Commission, and that discussions between the Commission, the Department and the bank on the restructuring plan will continue, and the future of the bank will be determined by these discussions. Can I ask you what is meant by the future of the bank in that context, and will you clarify for the House or tell the House if the government is now in fact considering an orderly wind down of that bank?